Samantha, please give me some money. I'm all out of money right now. And look, my wedding is coming up, right? So right now I'm in need of all the money I can get. Huh? Angie, you need money from me again? I just gave you $1,000 a couple of days ago, right? What did you end up spending all of that on in such a short amount of time? Do you really need all this money right now? Come on! You're my sister-in-law, yet you're going to question me now? You should know that being a newly married couple means spending lots of money. I have to pay to go out and get all my beauty treatments and stuff like that. Well, I understand the need to spend some money after marriage, but you have a job right now, correct? So you should be making your own money, right? Asking me over and over for money is becoming a touch... What? You're my sister-in-law, and that's why I'm okay asking you all the time. And when you got married to my brother, it cost you a lot of money for the wedding, right? So you know that the wedding is costing me a lot of money now. That's not the problem, though, here. When I was getting married to your brother and having that wedding, I made sure to pay for everything myself. And when I did start to run low on funds, I went and started saving money by not spending much on food and electricity and so on. But with you, Angie, I'm not sure you're trying that hard to save your money. Are you wanting to say that I'm just splurging over here then? I just want to make sure that my wedding is the best wedding people have seen in a long time. And I'm worried that I might not make that happen. I have to look my best on that day, and I'm worried that what I'm doing is not enough. All right, I understand how you feel. But that's not the case with you right now. I'm talking about how most people will save up a lot of money for times like getting married and such. But you seem to be asking for money more than you are saving it. So, in other words, you're saying that you don't want to pay for the wedding? And that you don't like the idea of giving me money? I never meant it like that, Angie. I just want you to know that I'm not your purse. But the problem is that you have been asking me a whole lot recently to hand you money whenever you feel you're getting low on funds. What's wrong with you? I never meant to use you like a purse. You just happen to have a lot of money, right? You saved up a lot and are also bringing in large paychecks every month. So you should have the money to help a poor little girl like me out, right? Well, Angie, the reason that I save so much money and make a lot of it is because I want it in case of emergencies. It's not all for me to give away to you, okay? I think it's time you start thinking about saving money more often and continuously for your future that might have kids and things like that. That's what I'm doing with myself right now. I want to be able to retire early in my life, so I've been saving up a lot of money now for that. Are you serious? But you're already 30 years old right now, right? Don't tell me you're thinking of kids or anything like that still. Do you even have the strength at your age to carry a baby? I wouldn't say things like that if I were you. I have been saving up money my whole life, as well as made sure to find a good career where I bring in a decent amount of money from. And I plan to still think about things like kids as well now that I feel financially safe. And that's why right now I'm at that point where I might actually want to become a mother. Is that so? But if you give some of your money to younger people, you won't face any problems, right? Heck, you can give money to me like I'm your kid and I'll go ahead and have a baby for us. That is not what any of this is about. And another thing, Angie, what's going on with you? Recently, you've become a bit too forward with your thoughts, and it's getting a bit out of hand. Is that what you think? Because I've been thinking the same thing about you, Samantha. Recently, you've become more of a selfish penny pincher around me. You have all that money, but you aren't willing to share it. Well, if you want money so badly, then why not get a side hustle? Then you can start to make even more money for yourself. Because I'm not going to be the one to keep handing you money left and right. I have to give up a lot of my time working to make money like I have been. Oh, please, I'm not the kind of person that does well with a job. I'm already planning to become a housewife the moment we have our wedding. So that's why I quit my job a little while back. Leaving that place to be a free woman, it felt so good to become my own person again. What? You already quit? Don't you think that was a bit too early on your part? And right now you still have a lot of time left before you guys get married, right? So you should be using the time you have now to work your hardest and save up a lot. Samantha, you really love to talk about money, don't you? Why, if one has time, should they have to use it to make and save money? In my case, I'm going to be getting a lot of money with this marriage, so I don't have to worry about wasting my time working when I can rely on others for money. You're talking about relying on me right now. Well, you're one person that I rely on, but my fiancé is expected to be making bank in a few years more. So I think this marriage will be the turning point for me where I can cut ties with working. I'll be able to do whatever I want with no boss looking over my shoulders. What? Is your fiancé okay with you doing something like that? Of course he is. He said as long as I do the chores, he's okay with it. Then why aren't you asking him to give you money now? There shouldn't be a reason for you to ask me anymore, right? Well, about that, he might think I'm trying to leech off of him. What? I haven't actually told him I quit my job yet. I plan to make him believe that I'm the perfect woman before the day we tie our knot. Right now, he thinks I'm working all the time and saving up, and the day we marry, I want him to think I quit my job just for him. What the heck? Are you sure it's okay to be doing all of that right before your marriage? If you keep that up, he might find out later and you'll be screwed. Hiding things from him just so that he'll keep loving you isn't right. Huh? What's up with you now? Are you getting jealous of me? Sucks to be you right now, huh? My brother has never had a lot of money, making you work all the time. But I guess that's on you for choosing to marry a man like him in the first place. I like to work a job, so it has nothing to do with him. If he was making more than me right now even, I still wouldn't quit my job. I'm not that into being a housewife. I like to think that the money you want to spend has to come from the work you've put in. Oh, so you're one of those people. Women like that end up getting cheated on by their husband at some point and have to deal with that in their old age as well as with all the health issues they get after. I think you'd better have a kid soon so that my brother doesn't leave you. I'm just going to assume you're saying that out of worry for me. But don't trouble yourself with that, because we do have kids on our mind at the moment. You really try to be a strong woman. Well, whatever. You do what you want to do, because it has nothing to do with me. But anyway, make sure to put another 1,000 in my bank account, okay? Well, I'll text you again the next time I need some money. Wait, Angie! I told you I'm finished giving you money. Stop asking me for money. Hey, Seth, can you do something about your little sister? She's come back to me again asking for more money. But I've had enough of her and said no this time.
What? She's at it again? I'm so sorry about her. She really has no clue what she's doing right now. I'll make sure to tell her again, but with a bit more seriousness this time.
But what's worse is that she's told me she quit her job. And that's her reason for asking me all the time for money now. Don't you find all of this a bit strange now? I am not her eternal ATM, okay?
What? She quit her job now too? I get that she wasn't making that much working there, and would come and ask me from time to time for money, but I think once she's married, all of this will be resolved.
I'm sorry, but that girl has gone on with all of this long enough, Seth. Remember when we took a small vacation together and let her stay at our place? We came back to our house being a mess and a lot of our things missing because of her.
I know that she has a lot of things wrong with her in her head. I just didn't think she would go this far.
It's because while we were out of the house, she saw my checkbook and saw how much money I was making. That's when she started asking me for money as well. But what I learned today is that her fiancé apparently has a lot of money as well. So I really hope that you're right about saying that after her marriage, this should all be resolved.
That's just a hope of mine, though. You don't have to give her any more money, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be. For a little while, I thought she was a nice person to deal with, but recently she's gone too far and I'm not having it. She really thinks that acting as rude as she has been is acceptable at her age for some reason.
I could see that. If we really have to, we can always cut ties with her after her wedding. Ah, and now that I think about it, I want to change the subject. Did you see we got a message saying that we are allowed to take out that loan on a new house?
What? Get out of here! I never saw any message about that! Perfect! Now we can move out of this place!
Absolutely. And about moving into a new house, to avoid having Angie come over at all when we're away, let's just keep our address a secret from her. How does that sound?
Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Let's move out of here without telling anyone.
Alright. Well then, let's end our rental agreement on this place once our wedding is over, and then we can get out of here.
Alright, that sounds great. Samantha? Can you make sure to bring me $30,000 as my wedding gift today? If you can make that happen, then I'll never ask you for any more money. I'll allow this payment to be your way of celebrating my big day. What are you talking about? $30,000 is not an amount anyone would give on your wedding day. But I'm your sister-in-law, and it's normal for you to want to give me a large amount, right? If you don't end up bringing me that $30,000, then I'm afraid you won't be allowed to attend my wedding. I'm telling you that the $30,000 is not only a gift for me, but an entrance fee as well now. And it would be terrible if the family saw that you never showed up to my wedding. They might think of you as a stingy and selfish sister who doesn't care about us. Oh, understood, Angie. So that's what you think of me being your sister-in-law? That's right. As long as you give me that last bit of that money, I'll no longer bug you anymore. I'll even consider you my real sister if you can give me that money. So I'm looking forward to that money getting to me. Then I'd like for you to pay me $60,000 for your wedding. Huh? What are you talking about? You haven't heard yet? I planned on paying for this whole wedding for you. I had worked for the group that put together this wedding before, and so I got a discount through them to give you this wedding. I was totally fine doing that for you because I believed you were like a cute little sister to me. Huh? Wait. The ones paying for this wedding should be my parents and my brother, right? Well, at first, that's what they'd all been saying. But then things turned into only your brother and I having to pay. Because your parents were kind enough to pay for part of my wedding back in the day. I didn't want to make them pay for yet another wedding again, so I told them that just Seth and I would pay, half and half. Huh? Are you kidding me? If I'm to stay away from your wedding, though, I won't be able to get that discount for the wedding. And the full price will have to be paid. And after taking a look at the original cost, it'd be $60,000. And that would need to be paid by you. Well, good luck with that. You're lying. Wait. I never heard a thing about this. If I'd known that, I would have been a little nicer to you. You shouldn't have had to know about that to be nice to me, though. I've already given you a ton of money as it is. If you're not even going to be nice to me because of that, then I don't care about how you act with me now because I'm sick of you. If you really want to be nice to me now, give me back my money and pay for the wedding. All right, hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, it's all right for you to come to my wedding. I won't make you pay that $30,000 anymore now. I don't need it anyway, so just pay for the wedding and I'll be set. I'm not paying for it now. I don't have the money anymore to be paying for a rotten girl like you. You would never be able to pay for a wedding like the one I put together for you anyway, so at the very least, you should be saying thank you for that first. All right, I'm sorry. Just come to my wedding now, and make sure to pay for it. No. I'm planning on explaining all of this to your family right now as well. And then I'll head back home and enjoy my day off work. And Seth is with me right now, and he says he'll be coming home with me as well. If you're going to do that, then I'll come to you right now. I'll come to your house and start screaming at the top of my lungs and make all sorts of noise to make you guys pay. If you don't want me to embarrass you guys in front of all your neighbors, then shut up about going home and come pay for my wedding. We've already moved into a new house. So the place you knew about isn't where we're living anymore. So you can go there and make all the noise you want, but you'll most likely be taken away by the police. Huh? What? That's definitely a lie, right? I'm not lying, Angie. I told you, I plan to go to the next phase of my life and hope to become a mother. So we've bought a house and we'll start to work on making babies and having a fun little family here. And since you'd be getting in the way of that, we're cutting ties with you. Wait, I get it now. I'll apologize to you for real now, so come back here. I really do not want my wedding to fall apart now. Well, for me, that's kind of what I want to happen to your wedding. And it's too late now to cry and scream about it. You really should have hidden those rotten intentions from me a little bit longer, right? But I think a rotten girl like you having her wedding fall apart around her and going to hell is a perfect ending. After that, Angie continued to cry to Samantha, asking her to pay for her wedding and everything. But Samantha made it clear she wasn't paying anymore and proceeded to block Angie's number. This then led to Angie's fiancé losing faith in his bride after the news spread, and the wedding was finally brought to an end. Angie ended up having to pay for all the cancellation fees for her wedding, and her getting to marry her fiancé was also long gone. Right now, it seems as though Angie is living the worst time of her life. But as someone who could never thank anyone for the money she constantly took from them, her having to go through this kind of hell is only natural.